Hello, I will be presenting our operations analysis project. Our group consists of Ricardo Berrio, Gustavo Santiago, Brian Morales, Mara Rodriguez, and myself, Alec Cruz. The company we chose was Management Services, the workplace of one of our members. Management Services provides human resources consulting to both small and big companies throughout the island. We chose this company because it is one of the leading HR consulting companies in Puerto Rico and because it was founded by a woman, its current CEO, Alma Iris Acosta. She has more than 20 years of experience in human resources and is a leader in the consulting and outsourcing field. Alongside management services, she runs management events, which help celebrities and politicians organize important events and campaigns. Some of the services management services provides include employee recruitment and training, as well as legal work and compensation after a job ends. Among these services, we will focus on the temporary job recruitment process. In this area, the company has 7 HR specialists that hold interviews and analyze the best profiles among the candidates. There is also an industrial psychologist who holds workshops regarding employee recruitment and development. Management Services is in the market of HR agencies, and 2 of their direct competitors include Kelly Services and Caribbean Temporary Services. Their customers consist of startups without a formal HR department, companies that only employ temporarily, and companies that only outsource their HR divisions. Management Services Incorporated relies on a highly qualified recruitment staff with over 35 years of experience on startups and complex projects. As mentioned earlier, it also counts with an in-house industrial organizational psychologist. Professionalism and respect are present in all their dealings, making sure to meet or exceed their quality and service requirements. They also have an advantage in that they are fully Puerto Rican in-house company expanding to other places outside of the island. Their office in Miami, for example, gets a lot of Hispanic customers. We will now be talking about the tools describing the selected services process. The process we chose is a temporary recruitment process. The selected process begins by holding job listings on platforms such as Indeed, Clasificados Online, Facebook, and others. The candidate then submits their resume and waits to be contacted. The HR consultants select the profiles that best fit the company's needs among the resumes. The candidates are then interviewed, and the clients have the final say in whether they are hired or not. The chosen ones sign the contract in Management Services and begin their jobs. These next diagrams go into greater detail over the processes already explained. In the offering map, you can see the different elements each service entails. The system map diagram illustrates how the recruitment system includes the employer looking for the service, the candidate that will be sorted into temporary or regular employment, and the human resources, which consist of an interviewer and a reviewer. One of the wastes and problems that we notice in this process is that sometimes recruiters call the same person more than once and lose precious time. This happens because each individual job listing asks you to submit your application instead of having one big pool of resumes. Another waste is that when candidates are not chosen for a specific job, their application is lost and they can't be considered for another job. If you take a look at the services blueprint, you can see that job recruitment can be a long and somewhat bureaucratic system. Most of the waste we discussed occur right at the beginning of the customer action process. These cause projects to often be delayed and miss deadlines. The company also wastes a lot of paper for not digitalizing their processes. Finally, the company has a somewhat outdated marketing philosophy, making them go unnoticed to the citizens. During our research, we discovered that the company has around 5,000 likes on their Facebook page, but receive less than 10% of those numbers as interactions. This is troubling, as Facebook is one of their main sources of job recruitment. Also, they produced an advertisement on YouTube, but it has less than 1,000 views. Besides updating and bettering their digital presence, we would recommend hiring marketing and publicity specialists to help make them more accessible and well-known to potential job candidates. This next diagram shows the cost and effects of time and resource waste, some of which we already explained in greater detail. Essentially, we observed that the lack of a database was a technology problem. Calling candidates per application showed a lack of updated methods, lack of organization led to an unprosperous work environment, and that the lack of communication between workers resulted in inefficient personnel. We recommend creating a database that holds information on every client and applicant to make the process as simple and concise as possible. This way, they won't call the same person twice, they won't lose good applications, and they won't waste as much paper. For their marketing problem, we recommend fully digitalizing their efforts and make better use of their platforms so that they can reach more people. Thank you for watching. This has been our group project.